The unique girl that fought her lecturer has given her own side of the story after VERYDARKMAN called her out in his video. But before I give her own side of the story, I want you to watch this video again. I want you to watch this video of the encounter very, very closely. Watch this.
Excuse me.
Can you imagine?
Now, I'm going to play it on a slow motion. Watch this.
Can you imagine?
Now, looking at this girl and the way she reacted when she saw that man, I'm going to say exactly, I'm going to read her own side of the story. Now, you're going to compare what she said and her action from what you saw in this video and tell me if this girl is truthful, if this girl is respectful, if this girl is actually what she wants to claim in this write-up that she is. Now, let's listen to what she what she wrote as her own side of the story. My own side of the story. This morning around 11 a.m., I was recording a quick video with a friend along my lecturer room hallway. When out of nowhere, I felt a push from my left side, accompanied by a curt "excuse me." Initially, I thought it was a student, but when I turned around, I was shocked to see him. So when you saw him, what did you do? You looked at him in that manner. Okay? Now, a lecturer, unbeknown to me, I felt helpless. The way she looked, did she really feel helpless, faint, and utterly disrespected? So did that push seem like a disrespect? All these children no get fear again, oh. Like all these children no get fear. You see your lecturer tap you, tell you say you come off for road. You they call and disrespect. I don't know what this word is turning into. Now let's continue. I whispered to my friend, almost see how this lecturer pushed me, and my friend tried to reassure me. Now the truth is that you did not whisper to your friend. You actually said clearly, loudly. Just imagine. Now you watch the video from the beginning and see how the girl reacted to that man's excuse me, Abby, and you saw what she said. Now that is to show you how these children have degenerated into something else. And when VERYDARKMAN says it, you know, I wanted to know this other part of the story so that I will know who to now support in this one. Now let's continue. Before I could even process what had just happened, someone tried to grab my phone from behind. I held on tight, exclaiming in shock, and turned around to see the same man who had pushed me earlier. Now, in this case, that video was recorded. How come you did not? That video was not on record until that man tried to grab the phone. Why did you not get that part? But that is, by the way, somebody will now say, maybe she already turned off the camera before the man tried to grab the phone. And according to the man's story, the man said he wanted to ask the girl to delete the part where he walked past. Now, let's continue. Mind you, I didn't even know he was a lecturer. Wow! So with that man's age, you did not know he was a lecturer. Okay, let's even assume he wasn't even a lecturer. He's a student. And at that age, you now tend to disrespect him. I don't know how these children reason. I'm going to say my own bid of this particular thing when I'm done with this whole shenanigan shit that she did here. Now, let's continue. I pleaded with him, sorry sir, why are you dragging my phone? But he remained silent, tugging at my phone until it fell and broke. I was devastated, at the same time, still lamenting in pains as I picked up the pieces of my shattered phone. But the situation took a dark turn when the lecturer grasped my breast region. You see how all these young girls like to put people in a very tight corner. Now she's trying to blackmail this man into now us now believing into that, okay, you held her breast region. So that people be like, why did you touch that part of her? So people will now forget the disrespect, the way you spoke to this man, the one that we saw with our eyes in the video. Now listen. He said, let's continue. Saying unspeakable things. I was left stunned, trying to comprehend the horror unfolding before me as I realized my cleavage was exposed. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Why would you even wear clothes that would expose your cleavage to school? And you even have the mouth to talk about it here. I begged him to let me go, but he ignored my pleas, holding me firmly. His nails and clutches left certain prints and scratches on my chest. I was mortified, tried to cover myself, pulling my dress together and exclaimed in desperation, "Sir, I will hold you." I didn't mean to threaten him. I just wanted him to release me, but he wouldn't budge. In split seconds, I beat his hand. The heel, hoping he would let go. That was when I held his clothes and accidentally tore his shirt. In that video, I was hearing the girl say, "Ega kumu iheta, ega kumu iheta." You know those stubborn girls. I used to have one in my family, you know, but she's changed now. You know, if you just do any small thing, just ega kumu ta, ega kumu ta. If you just open mouth and say, "I'll beat you," she'll say, "Ega kumu," she'll now come and hold your chest. This is the kind of girl. Now let's continue. You accidentally tore a lecturer's shirt. The situation escalated with some students intervening, and in no time, I saw theater arts students from his department approaching me with big weapons, and I was terrified and hot. Terrified. You were terrified. Person, when you people saw this video where people were actually holding this girl to stop, and she refused to stop. Now let's continue. I was so terrified and hot. The security eventually arrived and taking me away in their van. I'm still shaken by the events that transpired. I never intended to disrespect a lecturer. Oh, because he's a lecturer. You should have said, "I never intended to disrespect an old man." Because if that man was your father and he's old enough to be your father, you would not treat him in that manner. Now, let's continue. I was acting under duress, protecting my dignity and, hey, Jesus Christ, interest as a woman. I am deeply sorry for my reactions, and I hope that somehow, some way, this situation can be resolved peacefully. So this is you. After all that you did, this is you speaking. Are you now trying to apologize to the man? Or you are being even rude with your words in your side of the story? If this girl is not rusticated from that school, then I will lose my respect for that school.